Good morning, students. Welcome to Mathematics 10, Quarter 4, Week 1 and 2. By the way, my name is Viola Roland Jr., your subject teacher in mathematics. So I have here some quotations. So success is not measured by the position one has reached in life, rather by the obstacles one overcomes while trying to succeed. By Booker T. Washington. So I hope you take note of these quotations. So, our topic is the measure of central tendency of ungrouped data. So, I have here a recap. So, in studying statistics, the collection of data or measurement is comprised, hence adding of several numbers needed. The sigma symbol, read as the sum of, is used when adding several numbers. Summation or sigma notation is a convenient and simple form of shorthand using to give a concise expression for a sum of the values of a variable. Example, assuming the table shows your final grades from the different learning areas. We can use variables to represent each learning area. So we let x is equals to the final grades of the different learning areas. X is read as x sub 1, where index I tells the position of each value, considering the above example. So the symbol is read as the sum value of x starting at x sub 1 and ending with x sub 8. To substitute the data, so here is the data and a total of 687. So note, if we will use the given values of a variable and finding the sum, the limits of the summation are usually omitted as, okay, here. So given the data as follows. During the COVID-19 pandemic, have you ever wondered the average of confirmed cases in a week? The table 1 shows the daily new cases in the Philippines as of July 8, 2020. It also shows a 7-day morning average. How do they solve the 7-day morning average? So the question can be answered by defining the measure of central tendency of ungrouped data. An ungrouped data is a set of values that is not organized or classified as a group. A measure of central tendency is a value that represents the whole set of data. These are mean, median, and mode. The mean of ungrouped data is obtained by adding all the values divided by the frequency of the set of data. The mean of ungrouped data is also called an average. It is written as where that is a symbol for mean, and then that is a symbol for summation of means, the sum of values in a set, and then is the frequency. So that is the formula for our mean. Considering table point 1, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases from March 21 to 27, 2020 are as follows. So, to get the mean we have, so here is the solution. So, summation of x over n. So, add all the confirmed cases divided by n. So, 573 divided by n, our mean is 81.857857142. So, we round it off. So, our mean is equal to 82. Since the 7 morning average of COVID-19 cases on March 27 is obtained by getting the mean of the 7 days prior to the March 27, including of the 7 days prior to the median of ungrouped data rather is the middle value of a set data when all values are arranged in either ascending or descending in order in the frequency of the data is odd. Then the middle value median of the set of data is, if it is even, the median of the data is the mean of the two middle values. Example, arranging the above data, we have 71, 73, 77, 82, 84, 90, 90, and 96. Then to find the middle value, we have a summation of mean is equals to n plus 1 over 2 score. So ours, and then mean is equals to 7 plus 1 and over 2 score, and then 8 over 2, our median is 4. The fourth score of the data is 82, therefore 82 is the median. Example, find the median of the following set of data. So, since we have the data, so just follow the formula, just do the formula, substitute to the formula, then you can get the median. Example number 4, find the median of the following set of data. So, in here, so 16 plus 19, we have over 2, we have 35 divided by 2, 17.5. Therefore, the median is 17.5. Since there is an even number of values, the median is determined by the average of the two middle values. So our two middle values in the given set of data is 16 and 19. So just add the two middle values and divide it by 2, and then the result is the median. The mode of ungroup data is the value that most frequently appears in a set of data. When the value in a set of data appears only once, then the data has no mode. The data can be also classified according to the number of modes it has. If the data has one mode, then it is unimodal. If it has two modes, then it is bimodal. Lastly, if the set of data has more than one mode, then it is said to be multimodal. Using the set of data has no mode since each value appears only once. Example, so find the mode of the given set of data. So 8, 5, 7, 9, 5, 5, 5, 7. And obviously, since 5 is repeated thrice, so our mode is the 5. Example number 6, the water consumption in cubic meter from the past months is shown below. So, there are two different water consumption in cubic meters appear twice, therefore the modes are 24 and 25. The data is said to be bimodal. So here is the solution. So find the mean, median, and mode. So formula for mean, and then add all the data divided by 6. How many data? We get the 6 here from the how many data is given. So since there's 6 data, so we add all the 6 data and then divide it by 6, then the result for the mean is 24.5. The mean water consumption for the 6 months is 25, so we round it off. So for the median, arranging the data, solving for the middle value. So the middle value here is the So n plus 1, 6 plus 1, 2, 7, 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So from the 3.5, so the middle value is the 24 and 25. So add the two values and then divide it by 2. So the median is 24.5. The measure of central tendency of group data. On the previous slide, you learned how to find mean, median, and mode of group data. Can you still find the mean, median, and mode if the data is large or if its data is represented in a frequency distribution table? So the data shows the ages of first 55 COVID-19 cases tested in the Philippines. Find the mean, median, and mode of the distribution. So first, take a look with the table. So ages of COVID-19 patients. So this is the frequency table. So we have our frequency 3, 7, 11, 12, 9, 8, 5. So mean of group data. To solve the mean for group data, we use the formula is mean is equal to summation of f of x over n, where x is the mean, summation of f of x is the mean sum of the products of the frequency as its corresponding class marks, and n is the total frequency. So class mark is the mid value of the class interval. It can be solved by adding the lower class limit and upper class limit by divided by 2. So given the set of data, we get the class marks and then also the f of x. So the total, our n is 55. By the way, our interval is 10. So, and then our summation of f of x is equal to 2937.5. So we use the formula since we have already our value. We need a needed value for the formula. So we substitute it and then 2937.5 divided by 55, our n, and our mean is equals to 53.41. So the mean is 53.41. Median of group data. So solve for the median of group data, use the formula. Okay, so this is the formula for the median. And then given the frequency distribution table, our interval is 10, our n is 55. So here, where x is equals to median, LBM is the lower boundary of the median class, CFV is the cumulative frequency immediately below lower than the median class, FM is the frequency of the median class, and I is the class size frequency distribution of the age of the first 55 confirmed COVID-19 patient in the Philippines. Solution: add the two columns of lower boundary and less than the cumulative frequency. To get the lower boundary, subtract 0.5 from the lower limit score of each class interval. In the class interval 89, 880 to 89, 80 to 0.5 is equals to 79.5. To get the less than cumulative frequency, start with the frequency of the lower class interval, then add the frequency of the next higher class interval. Locate the median class. So n over 2 is equals to 55 over 2. N over 2 is equals to 27.5. Choose the class interval where 27.5 is contained by looking at the less than cumulative frequency. Since the 23rd and 34th score belongs to the class interval 50 to 59, then the 27.5 score is also within the said class interval. So LB is equals to 49.5, CFB is equals to 22, F over M is equals to 12, and I is 10. So simply substitute the value to the given formula, and then we come up with the median of 54.0.83 or 54.08. So the median is 54.08. So mode of group data. To solve the mode of group data, use the formula. So given formula wherein x is equals to LB sub MO plus D1 over D1 plus D2 over and times interval rather. Where X is the mode, LBMO is the lower boundary of the model class, D1 is the difference between the frequencies of the model class and the next lower class, D2 is the difference between the frequency of the model class and the next upper class, and I is the class size. So given the frequency distribution table, so as you can see here, so it is being, the model class is being highlighted. So for our solution, since we have already the value, so just simply substitute, and then we come up with the model with the mode of 57. So the mode is 57 in this given set of data. So if you master the formula, of course you will get the correct answer. If you master how to find these uh, needed things in the formula, then you come up with the correct answer. Okay, so I think that's all, and then thank you for listening, and God bless.